Welcome back to the Core Cars News Tech Lab. Today we're going to be comparing Google TV to Roku. Google TV has seen a huge jump in users recently as its market share grows, become very popular in smart TVs, and Google just released a new high-end, about $100 streaming player, the Google 4K Streamer. We're going to review it here. But the user interface and performance is pretty much the same, whether you get the new Walmart On Pro version or standard, or you're buying this with a built into a smart TV here. We're going to compare it then against a Roku Ultra. They're both about the same price, and we're going to take a look at what that looks like in performance and user interface. Both are great options. There's no wrong answer here. They both, for the most part, have all the same major streaming apps and the like. But we're going to compare them head to head as part of our ongoing series and help you decide which one's right for you. With that said, a few things. I'll put a link to each streaming player I'm using this on in the show notes and in the first pinned comment, so you can find them online if you're interested in getting it. Second, if I haven't covered something you had a question about, leave me a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'll try to answer them in the comments down below. And lastly, if you like what we do here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up, and check out our back catalog. We've done videos like this for Roku versus Fire TV, and we're working our way through a bunch of popular streaming players. All right, let's dive into it. Start off real quick with the Google remote here. It does come in a few different colors for this one. This remote's pretty standard features, though depending on which Google TV model, your remote will vary. This is the Google one. You got the directional buttons up, down, move, a select here. Voice command, there we go. Voice command button, volume buttons for your TV, back button. YouTube and Netflix are included as pre-launches on this one, and you do have a power to turn your TV on and off, and a programmable start button that you can program to do pretty much whatever you want to open specific apps and the like. Let's take a look at the user interface here. So when you open it up, you do have a big full screen ad here on Google TV that rotates different recommendations, very similar to what you see on Amazon's Fire TV. You got different things. You can go up here into live, for example, and see all the live content with a grid guide. You see you got YouTube TV and Sling TV on here right now. Google's free play, they have over 169 free channels now built into this. But you can see this grid guide here where you can jump directly into different live stuff right from the home screen. You see it's doing YouTube TV here. I guess it favors YouTube TV over my Sling TV login, but it works with other services too. I just have those two logged in at the moment. You also have your apps. You can see this app interface here. They do have an app-only interface that is nice. They do slip some ads in. It's not as nice as it only, but it allows you to pretty much jump directly to this screen, much like a Roku, and just have a list of apps to jump into with that. And then your library of content here, DVR content. You see it's pulling from on-demand sources and my DVR with YouTube TV. A real nice thing about Google TV, since it's both Google products, they really integrate YouTube TV heavily into this. Let's jump into the For You here with this, and you can see recommendations. I can resume watching what I want. March Madness is happening, content here. Just a bunch of recommended content out there for different services and the like of different places here. So check it all out. Tons and tons of content to be included with this on it. You can see a lot here with it. Pretty standard user interface in today's world. Performance is very nice. Let's go back to the home screen here and go over to apps, and let's check out YouTube TV real quick. So launch this, cold launch. I haven't launched it since I rebooted this before this review. You see very quick launch here. Let's go over to ESPN. Oh, I'm one row down further than I thought I was. There we go. ESPN, join live. I am going to stand in front of this so I don't get any copyright complaints. But you can see there, real quick, fast load on. And I just exited all the way back to the home screen, just like that. Powerful, nice streaming player. User interface is a personal opinion. Like I said, it definitely favors things like integrating YouTube and YouTube TV and others. But it does integrate with other ones on the market. Let's take a look at YouTube, let's take a look at Roku with the Roku Ultra here, which does have things like YouTube, YouTube TV, and the like, but takes a very different feel to the home screen here with this. As you can see on this, Roku really focuses on just putting your apps up here. They're really known for a very simple user interface. The remote here, you got the traditional kind of D-pad looking, up, down, left, right for navigation, big play pause button, voice button, pre-launches here. It also has a programmable button and a guide that will bring you into its guide for antennas, streaming, and the like. But on that, but you see, very standard user interface here. Take a look at the difference in speed a little bit. Not maybe as speedy in the launch. A little bit, I think, with that has to do with the fact that YouTube here, TV, doesn't have quite the same integration into Roku as it does with others. Just need to keep that in mind. That it may not be quite what you are as fast, but honestly, that's pretty fast. Watch this. Give you a thing, join live, and boom, I'm in it. Okay, that's pretty good, but definitely a little bit more steps, a little bit more things to get to it with that. Overall though, they're very similar. Roku's user interface is pretty standard here. On the left, you got different categories like a live TV. You can get into all of its live TV services here with this. Let's jump back. With that, you all have different ones like featured free content, daily trivia, a section for sports. It's streaming store, which is basically its app store. You can subscribe to streaming services through there, manage them through your Roku, or you can just download new apps like Netflix and the like here if you don't have it already included. But where Google focuses a lot on content recommendation when you first launch it, Roku focuses on apps. Yes, they do have ads. You can see it here. You can see an ad down here. But with this, they really do focus on just, a phone user type interface. They say, hey, you know the apps you want. You can rearrange these any way you want and get directly to the content you want that way. Plus with a quick launch button on your remote. Now we come down to which one's best, right? Google TV, YouTube TV, which one is best? The truth is neither is, oh my gosh, this is so much better than something else. It really comes down to personal opinion. A lot of people like Google TV because it integrates so well with their user interface. Both of them have voice commands. I can do things like open YouTube TV, and it will open YouTube TV with that. But the integration isn't nearly as advanced to get into something like a specific channel. It just kind of picks up where you left off. I can't say open ESPN2 on YouTube TV. Watch it actually do it this time. Yeah, see, it doesn't understand it. It read it correctly, but can't do that. Where on Google TV, it would. But Google TV doesn't do that for all streaming players. Really personal opinion. I use both. I'm very happy with both, but they are very different. One wants to force a lot of content to you. Another is just about, hey, get to the streaming apps as fast as you can and let the streaming apps do the rest. Both people like it. Some people like the more beautiful user interface. Some people prefer the better voice controls on Google versus Roku. That's great. That is excellent opinion. What's right for you? Leave me a comment. Which one do you like? More importantly, why? I want to know. Not just, I prefer Roku or Google TV or something else, but why do you prefer it? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. But that's it for today. I hope you enjoy these videos head-to-heads. Often it's very easy to talk about specs and stuff, but really, like you saw, there wasn't that big of a difference in launching YouTube TV. I think for most people, the specs don't matter as much. If it launches a service and gets it done fast, and both of these will, it really comes down to what do you prefer in the user interface. Leave me a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I think we did not take a look at the guide. One thing with the guide here on YouTube TV, on Roku, is it does not integrate things like YouTube TV into this guide. It will integrate your antenna if you're on a Google TV, for example. You can have your antenna directly in there, but otherwise it's bringing up free ad-supported channels. Roku has a lot more built in than Google, but both have a good lineup with that. Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. So YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Until next time, take care, be safe. I'll be back again real soon.